A NYX brow expert took one look at my eyebrows and told me I was doing it completely wrong. So today we're fixing it. Welcome back to week 2 of the series where we learn makeup together. If you struggle with making your brows look even, or if you're terrified of them looking like dark, blocky caterpillars, you're in the right place. And this is your makeup safe space. Last week, we got our skin all prepped and glowy. If you missed that, go check it out. Today, we're tackling something that, for me, always felt like trying to tame 2 unruly caterpillars on my face. Brows. Seriously, brows are supposed to frame your face, but mine end up looking like distant cousins who barely know each other. Or sometimes that I drew them on with a Sharpie. The pressure to have perfect brows is real, but here, we're throwing that out the window. Now for today's brow adventure, I'm super excited because I got these products specifically prescribed to me at a brow pop-up by a brow expert. I was at a NYX pop-up event recently, which by the way was really cool. And I got to meet an actual brow stylist. She took one look at my eyebrows and said, "Sadie, we need to talk." I'm just kidding, she was literally the sweetest. But she recommended 2 things to me that I've been using every single day since. This is the viral NYX The Brow Glue in the shade Clear. And this is the NYX Blade & Shade in the shade Ash Brown. This because my eyebrows tend to have a mind of their own. And this to fill them in because they are sparse. I am so ready to see if these pro recommendations are going to turn my eyebrows from brow woes into brow wows. Those are looking pretty woey right now. Before we dive in, you know I can't go into this blind. I've been doing my homework. I've been scrolling through countless YouTube tutorials and TikToks, gathering all the brow wisdom that I could find. There are a few brow tips and tricks that we are going to incorporate today. The fluffy brow technique. This is huge right now. It's all about brushing brows up first to create volume. We're looking for a more natural and feathered look before even thinking about filling them in. Of course, mapping. I've seen so many pros do this. You use like your nose as a guideline to help you find the points where your eyebrow should curve. It's supposed to give you the most flattering shape for your face. I'm a little bit nervous about this one, I'm not gonna lie, but we are going to try it nevertheless. Hair-like strokes, this one's a big one. This is where the Blade & Shade really comes in handy. Not sponsored, by the way, but that would be my dream. The key is to use a super light hand to mimic hair-like strokes, especially near the front of the brow so that we don't get like that blocky, Sharpie looking brow that I was talking about. And the last tip that I saw is less is more, which if you've seen my last video, you know that this one is a consistent theme. Every single expert says this. Start with a light hand and then develop more and more. It's so much easier to add some later than to take some away. Now let's see if my research is actually paying off or if I end up just looking surprised for the rest of the day. Okay, first up, and no one told me that this was actually an important step, but I saw it online, is you're gonna take a Q-tip, put a little bit of micellar water on it, and actually just take off any skincare that you have on your brows. Because like I didn't think there was anything on there, but like the Q-tip is dirty and I just washed my face. Okay, next up we are going to go in with the brow glue. These are supposed to laminate my hairs in place. One thing that I love about this specific brow product is that the applicator is so small. Some of the brow gels have like mascara sized wands and I just really find it's hard to like not get it all over my face. But with this little guy, we're just going to brush up. Really get those feathered like brows. Look at how much higher this one is on my face now that I've brushed it. Those are not going anywhere. And then I'm just gonna go back in with a regular spoolie and go over them, make sure they're pressed down nice and flat. I feel like I need to get my brows done because these are wild. It's a little bit giving the Grinch right now though, so we have to like round out this corner a bit so my hairs don't stand up on end. So I'm just gonna go back in with the spoolie and soften up that line there. That's so much better. And then we're gonna go in and tighten up that end as well. So just forming that outer line. That's pretty good. Same thing with the other brow. Do you guys have a favorite eyebrow side / eyeliner side? Okay, I think we have as good as a shape as we're going to get without me going to get my brows done. And I really do look more awake and I feel like they look more defined. One of the things I love most about this product is it's not sticky or crunchy on my eyebrows, which is a huge win. Okay, so this is where I get really nervous. I'm going to slightly map out my brows first by just looking at a direct line from my nose using the Blade & Shade up to where I think the corner of my brow should be. Right now there is no corner, it's just round. I feel like this side has more of a corner. Somebody tell me if I'm doing this wrong. This is where the magic or the disaster happens. So the brow stylist told me to use light feather-like strokes. It's flat on one side, so it does leave a really fine line. Why am I so nervous? Okay, we're going in. I'm just gonna start at the bottom and do a couple of strokes. We're just gonna fill in a little. Doesn't have to be dramatic. I'm sorry, I can't talk. I can't even breathe. I'm so focused. Wait, I feel like that's looking good. Is that different? Yeah, because that's what it looked like before, right? Is that different? I think it looks good. Okay, then that corner we talked about is right about there. So I'm just going to lift up that corner a little bit and create some strokes that add some definition. Am I crazy or is that looking way better? And my tail is like, there's not a lot going on there, so I kind of want to define that a little bit more. So I'm actually going to start moving my hair strokes from up and down more towards like around the curve. Then I always go back and clean it up. So I'm going to use the spoolie again. This one's just the dry spoolie, and rebrush through my hairs, really making sure I'm blending everything in and keeping that nice shape that we just developed. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, that is the part that usually takes me like 5 tries. But I actually think we've done a good job today. Now it's time for the other brow, and I am not feeling as hopeful. Let's run it back. Combing it through. Wait, did I already do this? It's fine. Just double the brow glue. There are like a lot more gaps in this brow than I think in my other one, so we're gonna have to fill in a little bit more, I think. Okay, so they are definitely siblings, but at least they're not cousins. Got a little too confident for a second and heavy-handed on the right brow. But crisis averted, I was able to use the spoolie just to even things out. You can see in the center here, it really does look like hair if you have a light enough touch. I feel like instantly I look more put together than I did a couple minutes ago. I'm gonna do the rest of my makeup and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. This is a massive upgrade. The NYX Brow Glue held everything in place, and the blade and shade gave me that fluffy, natural brow look without making them look like I drew them on. And I actually feel like I learned a new skill today. These products really do work well as a team. That was week 2, conquering brows. I hope you guys learned something alongside me, or at least had a good laugh at my attempts. If you tried this out with me, let me know in the comments how it went. What were your biggest brow struggles? And what brow products do you absolutely swear by? Your comments literally help me plan future video ideas, so please don't be shy. If you're a beginner and are scared of your brows, actually highly recommend this combo. It's beginner friendly and I feel like the results speak for themselves. Next week is week 3, and I think it's time to move on to blush, because as you can see, the blush blindness has really been getting to me recently. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so that you don't miss next week's video. And give this a thumbs up if you guys enjoyed my brow journey. I'll see you next time in our makeup safe space. Bye.